Well, Shaun, first game, you're glad to get off the mark and a very good performance as well.
Yeah, look, the scoreline will indicate that it was a comfortable win, and I guess it was. You know, we totally dominated the game. I wouldn't say for the entire 80 minutes. There were patches there where I think that Rochdale put us under plenty of pressure, and they look good. I mean, Bobbie's got them going very enthusiastically for a young group of guys, and clearly it was going to be a test for them today against an outfit such as us, who are, let's be honest, we're full time and we've got some good acquisitions there, and I was reasonably happy. I think there's a lot more work to be done. To only allow one try per half, I guess we'd probably take that every week, because we've certainly got points in us. I think we've proven that. But upon reflection, there'll be plenty of things that we could have done better, and there'll be plenty of things that we did very, very well that led to tries. And it wasn't only the tries. I think we were held up over the line 3 or 4 times, and I think we were just centimetres short a couple of times as well. So I guess had we converted those opportunities, you might have found it was even a larger scoreline. But scorelines are sometimes not that important. It's the performance. And look, it was for our first hit out with 17 players, and only our second hit out of the season. I'm pretty happy.
From my point of view, it was a thoroughly entertaining rugby league match. What was it like for you as a coach?
Well, it's never really entertaining when you're coaching. You're constantly looking at things, and there's expectations. I'm up there calling players, knowing what they should put on, so I get frustrated if they don't put it on. Clearly, I'm very happy when they do put them on, and we make some yards, or we hit a break, or we score off it. So I don't look at a game from an entertainment point of view if I'm not, unless I'm not involved in it. But I can understand that with the scoreline. And again, not easy conditions, cold, and the field was a little soft underfoot, and I guess we're going to have to put up with that for the next month or two. And adapting to the conditions is never easy. And but generally, it was. I thought some players that didn't play quite as well against Warrington the previous week, they upped their game a little bit, and I think guys who did probably improved in some areas. So, all in all, very happy.
For 17 years old, this Richard Myler's got a lot of people talking. You took the gamble in starting him today instead of Stephen Ratchford, and he went absolutely tremendously. Yeah,
and that decision could have gone either way. I really probably didn't make my mind up until yesterday, the day before the game, and I was kind of changing my mind during the week. But Richard probably did enough against Warrington to just earn the right to play. And yeah, look, he's got ability. There's no question about that. He's super talented. He will understand that today he did some very good things, and he did some things that if he had his time over again, he probably would have taken a different option and made a different decision. But that's all part of learning. And funny enough, talking to one of the best halfbacks we've seen, Bobbie Goulding, before the game, and he actually mentioned about Richard, and he made the point to me that the only place to learn's out in the middle. Doesn't matter how old you are, and I guess that's right. And again, Richard showed his talent today, and I know that that he's got a lot more in him.
Speaking of Bobbie, he had his charges fired up today, and they give you a real good game today.
We got what we expected. We came here confident, expected to win the game, but we also expected them to want to play, and they did. And I don't think for one moment they ever looked like they threw the towel in. They continued to battle very, very hard. Yes, they were outclassed on the day, but I think they can be proud of their performance and proud of their efforts. And, having coached Bobbie for quite a few years, he was one of the most enthusiastic players that I ever worked with. And there's no question in my mind that that's rubbing off on the players now as he coaches them.
On Oldham Friday, first home game of the season. Is there any changes in the offing for that game, and how are you going to approach that game?
Well, we'll just see how John Wilshire pulls up. I got him off with about 20 minutes to go with a groin strain. It's a short week for us, so I'll just see how he's feeling. Maybe getting him off was a good thing. The game wasn't overly tight, so I guess I had that luxury of being able to do it. But the other thing I've got to take into consideration is that we do have a squad, and perhaps with a short week you take 1 or 2 out and you put 1 or 2 in. But our goal is to play well. Oldham will be a good side. They'll probably be a slightly improved team on what we played against today. But then again, I think that we'll be an improved team for Friday as well. So we'll wait and see how the week pans out.
Well, Bobbie, that was a very, very big effort by your players there today.
They tried, mate. That's all I want off them. Little bit upset with the one-on-one misses and things that we spoke about in the week about slowing them down at the play of the ball and, getting tight at A markers, and didn't happen, mate, in a lot of the game. I thought Malcolm was absolutely outstanding today. I think that's the best game I've seen Malcolm run from dummy half. He's passing, he's distributing. Then when he went into the second row, he was running out wide really well. But at the end of the day, we've come up against a Super League outfit here. They're a Super League side no matter what. And, we've scored 12 points. We'll look at our positives from this game. We won't look at the negatives because, like I say, we play Salford once more in this arena and then they're gone. We don't play them again. We're just going to look at this game and take out what we can do in the positives.
From my point of view, it was a very, very entertaining contest. What was your point of view from it as a coach?
No 50-50s, to be truthful, from the referee, but I'm not blaming that. He could have just snuck a little bit to Rochdale, and with decisions and that. Nobody wants to come in and see a 50-odd point game. They want to see an entertaining game and people getting clattered onto the floor and big hits going in. But I thought it was boys against men. I really did. In some areas of the game today, Salford were really clinical. They took the ball up well. They had support everywhere. They were flicking it out the backside sometimes, and a man was going onto it. But that's the sign of a good side. If you throw the ball, there's always one of your team on it, and Salford are a good side. They're a Super League team no matter what. And for me, I wish Shaun McRae all the best and John Wilkinson, and they'll get back up there no problem.
From my point of view, though, I don't think you deserved the 50-point loss, certainly in my point of view, and probably a fair few of these Salford supporters as well.
Yeah, I thought there was a couple of decisions, like I say. Fifth tackle, he pulled us offside over the other side. They knocked on over the line, and he gave them a free kick back to one. They get 11 tackles on our line, and just not good enough. But we'll live and learn. It's no good looking down in the dumps and saying the referee this, the referee that. Yeah, I've said about the referee a little bit, but at the end of the day, it was boys against men. We couldn't handle the pace of the game. We're a division below them, 2 divisions below them, because for me, they're the Super League side. You take Stapleton and Lulai, you've got Malalki, you've got Paul Aiton, Stuart Littler, Wilshire, Fitzy at the back. Oh, mate, they've got class players all over the place, and you'll see a lot of them playing in the World Cup at the end of the year.
Your captain went well today, led by example.
Yeah, Jimmy's a good kid, mate. He's got the lads, he talks well. He's got the lads on his side as a captain, and that's what you need. But everybody's on each other's side. I thought Martin Ainscough showed some really good touches again today. Ian Simfield's come out with the biggest dead leg you've ever had, and he'd done 60 minutes for us. So that's the team spirit in the camp. There's a couple of lads really struggling. Dave Best with his shin splints. Whether to give him a fortnight out or not, mate.
He was outstanding as well today, David Best, when he was on the field.
Yeah, he was. He's struggling with his shin splints, and maybe we're going to give him a fortnight out, mate. We've got Mike Callan coming back. We've got Wayne Cochran to come back. Obviously, Chris Huff, young Foz never played today, but we'll be all right, mate. We're going to keep going, and we'll be in with a shout at the end of the year.
And you've got Swinton next week. Any injury problems other than what you've already stated on top of that? And what are you going to do during the week to approach the game?
Yeah, just a couple of loose lips, mate, to be truthful. People are sulking. But it's my job to get them back up. They'll be ready for next week, got no doubt about that.